everybody. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to go through a new crypto trading bot that I just finished. So really the big upgrade on this one is we, just like we did with our previous stock trading bot, we're changing our source of our data from web scraping to some libraries that kind of help us out, and then calculating our own technicals. And the reason for that, as I said before, was the web scraping, eventually it'll kind of annoy the website, I guess you could say, and they'll stop letting us request their page, or the website updates over time and the web scraping code kind of stops working, which is definitely an issue, especially if I'm going to be giving these guys some real money in the future, instead of just paper trading and testing out strategies. So this one should be a lot more reliable. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and start talking through it. So the first thing to note that's different in the imports here, we're importing this historic crypto library. I'll drop a link to them. I shared their documentation in the Discord and stuff when I was working on this, talking to some people about it. Feel free to hop in there and get some up-to-date stuff on what I'm working on, and drop ideas and what else you have in there as well. But to get started, so obviously we have our typical plugging in our keys and stuff. Our update function is the exact same as our previous stock trading bot, where we're just getting what we have in the account currently. And then here is where we're getting pulling our crypto data. So I ended up doing this little fancy thing with date time and time delta that I also did in the most recent investor bot. But here we had to do some manipulation to that string that we got out of it. So we're casting it to a string here because historical data, the part of this historic crypto library where we are pulling our data from now, has some pretty strict formatting for the date, unlike what we were using in our stock trading bot. So here what we're doing is we're getting 4 days ago. What this historical data does is you put in a ticker. I'm doing Ethereum for the most part. I haven't actually tested this much yet. We're doing 60 seconds. This is a seconds interval here. And then the date is the starting date, and it'll pull that data up till the most recent data point. So we get that. We return that data. Down here in our run function, we're updating. We pull that data with Ethereum. And then our new strategy here, which I don't know, we've covered a little bit in the past. We're looking at Bollinger bands now, which, if you don't know, I'll post a video in the near future on the strategy I'm using for that. But essentially, we calculate these Bollinger bands with a moving average and some standard deviation, and then create an upper and a lower band. And those are what we're looking at for to take action, enter a position. So here we're using this 41 moving average, 41 period moving average here. And then we're creating these standard deviations, 20 above and below. So we're doing this moving average, and actually this is wrong. This should be a 41 here. We're taking that 41 moving average and then doing a deviation up and a deviation down. And what that does is gives us kind of a channel around the stock where most of the trading occurs. When we see the price cross those upper and lower bands is when we're going to start entering positions. So this code that I have written here actually won't work on Alpaca right now. We're trying to I wanted to get into actually executing short and long positions, because that doubles the amount of time that we can make money. So a short position, for those that don't know, is when you think the price of some kind of asset is going to go down. You essentially borrow it, and then you have to purchase it back later, and you can make money off of that asset decaying in value over time. So if we're able to effectively predict upward price movement and downward price movement, then we can make double the profit that we would make just trading the upward price movement. The reason this doesn't work currently is because Alpaca that we use for all of our trading bots does not allow shorting on crypto. Hoping that's going to change at some point in the future, and that's why I'm just going to have this code kind of sit in the back pocket waiting to go. But for now, I'm going to rewrite some of this and test it out just doing the long positions using this Bollinger band strategy. But what you want to do with these bands is if you close above, when the stock closes above the upper band, you want to enter a long position. And when the then if we were able to do short and long, we would hold that long position until it closes below the lower band, and then we would close that long, enter a short position, vice versa. Keep doing that back and forth. And this is shown to be pretty effective from some other traders that I've watched in a longer time frame. I'm going to have to do some tweaking and stuff to try to get it to be more effective in a shorter time frame. And especially only being able to catch the upward trend, the long positions, we're going to have to do some tweaking on this. But I'll post another video doing a little bit more work with this one. I just wanted to get this out there because I'm pretty proud of it. Happy with the code itself. I just really hope that Alpaca starts letting us short crypto soon. And then as we can see, so what I'm doing here, this is returning one of these strings. Enter long, enter short, close long, enter short, or close short, enter long. And all that's doing is returning the indication to us. So if we go back down to our code, we are calculating our Bollinger bands here and then checking and getting that indication here. We then execute a trade based off of that indication. And if we go into this function here, you can see we get our buying power that we want to use and our quantity that we want to purchase or short. And then if it's enter long, we submit a long order. If it's enter short, we try to enter a short position. This doesn't work currently because you can't short crypto that you don't own. But the way you do that, if you're doing it on another platform, is you just execute a sell with an asset that you don't have, and that's entering a short position. And then these two here, so this would be if we're closing our long, so we sell what we have, and then we sell again to enter that short position, and we throw in this self.update in the middle to make sure that our code knows as soon as this trade is submitted and goes through, it knows that we don't own that anymore. We want to call this update function every time we make a trade. It also, this is pretty untested. It might be worth throwing in a sleep in the middle here just to make sure this trade has time to execute before the update happens. And then same thing for closing our short position, entering a long position, just opposite sides. So we're buying here. So we're buying to close out our old short position, and then we're buying to enter a new long position. But yeah, that's the meat of it. I'll probably do some live streaming of, we'll make a copy of this one here, save this one if they do add shorting on crypto. That would be awesome. Then we can just run this one straight up and see how it does. But I'll probably live stream me going through, make a copy of this one, remove the short position stuff, and try to dial in with some testing the long position stuff. With that also, that's kind of all I have to say about this code here. I did want to mention some stuff that we're working on currently. As you can see up here, I have this back tester. I'm looking at some back testing libraries to allow us to test strategies and stuff, a lot quicker and see what actually works, what doesn't. I've also been spending a lot of time doing some like day trading in the mornings and trying to kind of dial in my strategies on a paper account. And then I think coming up soon here, I'm going to start doing an hour a day, start an account with maybe $1,000 or so, and just kind of see what we can do with that. And I'll probably live stream that, or I'll make a short video with kind of the highlights of how that goes, what I learned from that, just for everybody's knowledge. So yeah, with that all said, if you have any ideas or anything you'd like to see, hop into the Discord and we can chat about it. And with that all said, I'll see you guys next time, hopefully with some back testing implemented. So hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you guys in the next one.